Stampers, Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. I have some fun birthday cards to share with you today. You know, they're quick and easy, but they're a little bit more than the SIP that I've talked about several times. If you haven't seen the SIP videos, check them out. It's just saying stamps, ink, and paper. We don't need a ton of stuff to make cards. But today we're going to do a little bit more on our cards. We've got some ribbon and some circles and a bunch of other stuff going on. But the card is still simple. You know me, quick and easy is the only way I make anything. So I hope you like this card. I'm going to flip the camera down and I'm going to show you how I made it. Here's a look at the card that we're making today. What I like about this card and this design layout is I could make this in any color. I could pick 48 different colors and make it completely different depending on who I'm making it for. So it's a great way to customize it to a special person. Now, we are using the stamp set called Amazing Life. I love how big some of these stamps are in here. You know, sometimes it's hard with little stamps, but this one is perfect for birthday cards. And I have a couple other cards to show you at the end of the video that aren't birthday cards. Now, before we go any further, I just want to remind you, click the button that's down there to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. I do videos usually 3 times a week. It's all about quick and easy card making. I like to see how simple I can make it for you. And then don't forget to tell your friends. And also, one last thing, I don't want to bore you with all the details, but as a reminder, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I have been for 24 years now. I love to help people with all their stamping needs. If you don't have a demonstrator and are looking for one, let me know. I would love to send you a catalog and help you in any way I can. Okay, let's get stamping, guys. That's why we're here. Now, for our card, I'm going to make this one in a different color than the 2 samples that I have. So we are going to use Granny Apple Green and Night of Navy. Now, when I did the background strip here, this is just a 5.5 by 2 inch strip. I'm going to just start with one color and I'm going to, and it's really kind of random, okay? I'm not totally, you know, paying a whole lot of attention to my spacing. I figured if I get about 4 in there, that's pretty good. And then we're going to clean off the stamp. I had to grab my chamois. I didn't have it here with me. You guys got the chamois yet? This is my favorite way to clean stamps. Now I just keep mine in a clear stamp case. I keep it damp, so all I have to do is grab it. It cleans your stamps so awesome. My favorite way to clean. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the Night of Navy and we'll stick some more happy birthdays in here. Like I said, we're just kind of random, get them going different directions, and if you feel you need another one in there, stick it in there, even if it's coming off the paper. It's just really kind of a random background that we've made here. So let's go ahead and take our card. Now I am using the thick Whisper White on this one. I don't always use it, but when I don't have a lot of layers, I always feel like I like it better because it adds just a little bit more thickness and stability to your card. And we'll go ahead. I have a piece of Night of Navy. Oop, our glue isn't working here. Night of Navy Designer Series paper that I have cut to 5.5 by 4.25 so that it fills the whole front of the card. Now a little tip here, when you're cutting cardstock, especially to cover like the whole front of the card, sometimes I feel like I get it just a smidgen too big. We'll flip it over. See the little ledge here? What I'll do when I'm all done making this, I'll take it to my paper cutter and I'll just trim off that so it fits perfectly. And then let's go ahead and take this piece we stamped, use that liquid adhesive. You guys know me, it's my favorite, but you got to be careful that you don't use too much. So be careful that it doesn't goosh, but it holds great. Okay, let's set that aside. I have a piece of scrap paper. Oh, I got to tell you about this. See my little grid paper? This is the grid paper that's actually made for the Stamparatus, but I've gotten hooked on using it when I'm stamping, especially when I use my piercing pad, which I like to do with the photopolymer. They'll give you a better image, but this way you don't have that big old piece. It fits, it works perfect. So, scrap paper, and then let's take the cake that is in our stamp set here. And with that Granny Apple Green, I think I'm gonna stamp it on scrap paper first and then on here, because I don't want it too dark. I want to make sure that my words over it show up really good. So then we're going to go ahead and do the Life's Too Short to Say No to Cake and put that right on the top. Next, I'm going to grab, I've got my circle layering circle framelits. That's a mouthful here. I love these just because they layer together. So I know I can cut with one of these and then I can get the scallop that goes with it. I think that's the right one. So I'm going to run over to my Big Shot and cut this out for you. There we go. So let's just pop that out. We'll set that aside. Now I've already cut out the granny apple green one so you can see how that will layer right over that. But before we layer it, I'm going to go ahead and grab this really pretty granny apple green ribbon, and I need some Scotch tape. Let me grab that. Okay, so I am going to just take the granny apple piece here. We're going to take a couple pieces of Scotch tape, so we have that ready. And then what I'm going to do with my ribbon is I just want it, oh, my hands aren't in the way here, to kind of go back and forth on that bottom layer. So we're going to hold it there. Go ahead, use some Scotch tape to stick it down. I wonder if that's too big. Let's pull that in a little bit so it's just hanging over the edge of our circle a little bit. We'll put a little tape there, and then I can just use my scissors. We'll cut this at kind of an angle. Whoops, that didn't go so good. Let's try that again. There we go. And next we need to use our dimensionals. We're going to put a whole bunch of dimensionals on here. This will also help hold that ribbon down. There, that should work. And we'll peel those off, and then we're going to stick on top. Oh, that one doesn't want to stick to our ribbon. Let's see. There we go. Get this ready, and then the circle that we cut out that says life's too short for cake, we can go ahead and stick that right over. But I like the dimension that this gives, putting that ribbon in between. We've got some dimension as we put that together, and then we'll go ahead and we'll use a couple more dimensionals on the back of this, and then we can just pop it onto our card. And that's really all that goes into this card. So it's not difficult, super simple. We just had a little bit more, I guess, things to do. So we stuck that on there. And then just for added measure, I really like these, I think they're called glitter enamel dots. And I found the easiest way to pick them up is to use a piercing tool, or you can use the take your pick tool that has all the different ends on it. And we're gonna go ahead and let's just grab a couple of these granny apple green ones, and we'll plop them on there. So this card is very masculine compared to the other one, so this would be perfect for a boy. Now we can peek on the inside. Oh, I got one of those little dots stuck to me there. Peek on the inside. I just put a little strip of the same coordinating, well, actually it's not the same, it's the other color on the inside along with happy birthday. And I'll do the same on this one. But there we go. We've got 3 cards all made exactly the same way. It's a great layout that you could do with any color, any background paper. Now, let me just show you a couple other cards. I said I had a couple more with that stamp set. So happy to have you in my life. Love the great big greeting. Perfect for a male. If you need masculine cards, because I know we struggle with that. Again, they got kind of the same thing going with the ribbon there. And then a little piece of the designer series paper on the inside, along with a couple other words from that same stamp set. All the stamps on all of these cards are all from that same stamp set. So did the same thing here with our scallops, or the scallop circle underneath our circle there. See one of the little glimmer dots? Wasn't it perfect for on there? And again, we've got the cute little inside. So all of these cards are made from the same stamp set. Like I said earlier, it's called Amazing Life. There's so many things you can do. So if you'd like to order this stamp set or any other Stampin' Up! Products, I totally appreciate your ordering from me. Don't forget to check out my rewards program if you don't know about it. I give free gifts. I actually give you reward cards. You can stash them and accumulate them to get bigger gifts. That way you get to pick whatever you want as a thank you for ordering from me. And then don't forget, it's celebration going on right now. So you can get a free product with every $50 you order. Thanks guys so much for tuning in. I love sharing stamping with you guys and I appreciate all of you. Make sure to leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, let me know what you think, and please ask any questions. I love questions because that's how I get to help you guys. So until I get to stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.